All right, so what's the latest on the Aaron Rodgers trade to the New York Jets? Yesterday, Trey Wingo tweeted out that the deal was essentially done, or stated outright that the deal was done. Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport refuted that, saying they hadn't heard anything. You know, fast forward 24 hours, we get word that, the Jets and Rodgers are in communication with each other and that Rodgers has given them a wish list, which contained a number of Packers players, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Mercedes Lewis, and then OBJ. So here we are. Alan Lazard is reportedly signed with the Jets for a 4-year deal, $44 million. A little bit more than MVS got to the Chiefs last year. And we're still waiting for a response from Rodgers. A lot of people are thinking Rodgers is a holdup. And, who knows? He might be. But in an interview with Ari Meirov, Trey Wingo, just a moment ago, basically told everybody that the Rodgers deal could go into next week, but it is happening.
Here's what I'll say. The tweet that I put out there is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And when I say it may drag into next week, you need to be prepared for that because it may go into next week. The deal for Aaron Rodgers has been in place since last Friday. It's essentially been in place last Friday. All I can tell you is this deal has been in place for a long time, and the holdup isn't really Aaron.
Some of what he kind of speculates might be happening is, kind of making arrangements, doing things right to make sure that, Green Bay sends Aaron off, with a nice farewell, and that the Jets have time to kind of button their things up, which I think might also be some of, the stipulations that Rodgers has for them as far as his wish list, making a good faith effort on some of that. He can't control whether Mercedes Lewis signs with them or OBJ signs with them. I mean, I'm sure he's recruiting heavily, but, he doesn't have ultimate control over, their free will. So we'll see what happens there. So far, 1 of 4 names on his wish list is reportedly signed. I would expect Randall Cobb to be the next one in the coming days. And if, big if to me, if Mercedes Lewis does sign with the Jets, that, is probably a little bit further down the line. And, who's to say what OBJ is going to do? So we'll see about that. But that's the latest on the Rodgers situation. We do know that he'll be on Pat McAfee tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we'll see kind of, does he say anything? A lot of the, consensus among, Packers fans on Twitter is that ultimately he's going to go on and say nothing, which is probably true. But, who knows? We'll find out tomorrow at 1, I suppose.